Hi, how are you doing today? Today we're going into another topic entirely. The topic is dating single mom, dating single mom. And if you are still in the dating game, and dating single mom would definitely be in the mix. So today we'll be talking about things that you need to know before you date single mom, things that you need to know before you start dating a single mom. Don't go anywhere. Just hang on in there for me. I will be right back after this break. Right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Today we're talking, like I said earlier on, dating single mom and things that you need to put into your consideration when you are dating a single mom. And when you're dating a single mom, the first thing I would want you to understand is the fact that it has to be your decision. No one can decide for you if dating that particular single mom or any single mom whatsoever is good for you or not. Because in the society, there's so much stereotype surrounding single mom out there, and a lot of people will come to you with suggestions and advice, and a lot of negative stuff, saying all sort of things. But at the end of the day, the decision is still in your hand. You are the one that wants to go into this relationship. You are the one that met this woman in the first place. You are the one that knows this woman in and out and everything that makes her thick. You are the ones that know that met her in the first place. You understand? So it has to be your decision. No one can decide for you. Do not um uh do not allow anyone to make that decision or fall under the societal influence when it comes to making a decision regarding dating a single mom. So, like I said, the decision is 100% in your hand. You are the decider. Do not fall under the pressure of anyone. You have to look at it critically and be truthful with yourself. Okay, fine. Do I like or do I love this woman? Is it something that is she a person that considering everything surrounding our situation or our circumstances, is this something that I can go into and I wouldn't. There wouldn't be any problem. So you just need to be very, very sincere with yourself and arrive at your own conclusion by yourself. Do not allow anyone to decide for you. Neither should you allow yourself to fall under the any form of societal pressure or be discouraged by whatever stigma or whatever that things that is surrounding dating or even getting married to a single mom. So that is our first point right there. You have to be the decider and no one should decide for you. Our second point, still under this topic, dating single mom and things that you need to consider, is our second point is you have to understand our children comes first. Our children or our child comes first. You understand? You know, dating a single mom, probably when the first relationship ended or marriage ended, she's most of them, I would say 99% of them are with their kids and they bond together, they go through the thick and thin together. So there's this strong bond between a mother and a child. Do you understand? So anyone that even want to come into that situation, they will build. She will build this wall of defense or barrier. You understand, to protect her child, to protect her kid, and she wouldn't even allow anyone to mess them up because they've been through a lot together. The level of bondness is so high that it would be difficult for anyone that doesn't even really understand this particular fact that for a single mom, our child or our children comes first. That is the topmost thing on our priority list. So if you are going into this situation, if you want to go out with a single mom, you will do yourself a lot of good to understand this fact that our children has to come first. And that is not her being selfish, or that is not her not paying attention to you, or that is not her not loving you or interested in you. It's just what it is. You understand? And the earlier you understand this fact, the better for you. If you are dabbling into a relationship with a single mom, you know, say, take for instance, you have a date to go out, and with parents and rather things do happen, and you will be like, okay, fine, we have a date to go out, we have plans and things like that. You understand? And all of a sudden, just out of the blues, she got a call, something to do with her kid. The rate at which she was just dashed out away from your presence. If care is not taken, and for you to really understand, and that kind of bond and that kind of closeness between a mother and a child, you feel insulted. You might feel infuriated. That's why is she like this? Why is she not paying attention to you? Why is she not um um being considerate? Do you understand? Why is she putting her kids ahead of you? You understand? Because that is just the way it is. The bond between a mother and a child, it can be very strong, most especially when they have been through divorce or separation and the kids and the mom are together. You understand? You just need to understand that fact and live with it. If you know you are not ready to live with that kind of a situation, then I will advise, don't even dabble into it in the first place, because that is just the way it is. I mean, because you also imagine yourself, you had a wife or a partner, and you got separated, and the kids are living with their mom. Will you want her to just put your kids down, or the middle, in the middle, or at the bottom of our priority list when it comes to attention, when it comes to affection, when it comes to parenting? No, of course you wouldn't want that. So the same thing also applies to her situation in this particular case. So the best thing for you to do, if you want to go into a relationship with a single mother, a single mom, that is one thing you need to be conscious of. You just need to be realistic about it. You just need to be flexible with her, because things will happen, and she will chuck you at the middle or at the bottom of a priority list and push her kids at the top of it. So it is the way it is. And it's just something you need to consider very, very well before you dabble into a relationship with a single mom. Our third point, still on the topic, dating single mom and things that you really, really need to put into consideration is, unless ask, never interfere in a paternity or in a parenting style. That is not for you. That is not your space. You understand? She's been taking care of her kids. They've been surviving together ever before you get there, before you get into their mix. And most importantly, they are they are not your kids. They're not your kids. So you don't have any kind of parental or I would say role per se on them. You just have to leave her to it, however they've been coping before you got into their mix. They just leave it as it is. You cannot smack them, you cannot beat them, you cannot even scold them, you cannot even tell them off. Whatever things you are not happy with, you first of all need to have a word with their mom privately. You can't even say that in the open. Do you understand? Even if she likes what you are suggesting, even if you are in the right, if you are saying that, telling the kids off in the presence of their mom, or why their mom were there, or why the kids were there, you understand? It doesn't. Most of them, it doesn't really matter how much they love you, how much they like you, how much they want you in their system. She wouldn't be happy with it. She would not be happy with you, and the kids definitely will not like you. And one thing you need to understand is the fact that for your relationship to be successful with their mother, the kids also have a bit of input in here. You understand? I mean, if they are little, fine, it might be a bit easier. But if you are younger, if you are young, say they're in the teenage age and above, you understand? If your relationship is going to be successful with their mom, they have to be happy too. Because if they are not happy with you, there's no way, most of the time, there is no way that relationship will be successful. You understand? So you really need to get yourself out of that mindset that, oh, you can tell them off, you can interfere with their parenting style, you can input, you can do this, you can do that. No, that is not your space, that is not your duty. At times some women even ask you and ask, because I said earlier on, if unless asked, even when you are asked, because we've seen a situation whereby, oh, the woman will ask the man that, okay, what do you think, what do you think I should do? Or make fine. What do you think I should do? You might give I mean, you just have to advise her with an open mind and sincerely let her know how you feel about the whole situation. And if you have one or two things to chip in, feel free to do that. You understand? Feel free and do that. But if, say for instance, if he asks you that, oh, so and so kid is being naughty, can you please tell her off for me? No, that is not your job to do. That is not your duty to tell any other kid, any kids off. You understand? Because at the end of the day, they are not your kids. You just have to uh, stay in your lane. Whatever advice you have for the mom, tell her, and I mean privately, and let her deal with it by herself. Let her deal with it by herself, because it is not part of your responsibility to be telling other people's off, other people's kids off, or even teaching or um, controlling their mom or telling their mom how to parent our own kids. So that is out of your lane, and you really need to stay out of it completely. So we're still on the topic dating single mom and things that you need to put into consideration before dabbling into dating a single mom. The next thing is you really need to be ready for commitment. You have to be ready for commitment, because most of this, I'm not saying all of them. I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying most of this single mom, they are not ready for time wasters. They're not there for anybody to just come into their life and have a go and just leave it at that, and off is you are gone again. No, they want a serious relationship. They want somebody responsible. They want somebody dependable. They want somebody they can trust. They want somebody that is reliable. They want somebody that is that is that has got all these things together. You understand? They don't want a liability. They don't want somebody that will. They don't want an extra kid, because if you are still behaving like a kid, you are not even getting your acts together. You are still coming up with some silly game. Most of them don't have time for you. So if you know you want to go out with a single mom and you are not ready for a real relationship, I will advise you just go on the other lane and start your thing on the side. A serious minded single mom wouldn't want a time waster. She would definitely want somebody that is reliable, somebody she can depend on, somebody that will play a big and a huge role in her life and in the life of our kids. So that is that. If you know you are not really serious, you're just looking out for a fling, then a single mom like that is not for you. You have to go elsewhere. And the next point is the our ex will still be will still be a presence. You understand? Our ex husband or our ex man or our ex boyfriend will still be in the mix. It is just what it is. And because that, don't forget that ex will still have a major role to play in the life of these kids too. At the end of the day, they are still his kids. We're talking of taking them on holidays. We're talking of doing school runs. We're talking of going for parent meetings, and they will meet there. And she will leave your presence and say to you, "Oh, by the way, I'm going to so school for parents meeting," and I mean the dad will also be there. You understand? If you are the type that you don't really understand how this thing works, you will be feeling left out. You will be feeling jealous, and just doesn't make a sense. One thing you really need to understand is the fact that the ex will still be in the picture. unless you are dealing or going out with a widow. You know, that's separate. But if their kid's dad is still alive, one way or the other, the man will be showing up all of the time or most of the time or once in a while. You just need to understand the fact that this is what it is. And you have to trust your woman that, okay, their relationship has come to an end. Their relation, whatever they're having together now is strictly because of the kids. Because the dad still needs to play a big role in the life of these kids. And if you don't understand that, or you are struggling to understand the fact that another man, which happens to be the kid's dad, will still be playing a major role and interfering or linking up or connecting with your woman right now. You understand? If you are struggling to understand that, then I don't think dating a single mom is for you. I mean, it's not just for you, because at the end of the day, there will be trouble. You will be complaining. You will not be happy, and that wouldn't be good for anyone. It would not be good for the kids. Neither will it be good for the woman. And I mean, it's not good for you too. So that is another major thing you really need to put into consideration before you even try to dabble. Um, 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 dating a single mom. It's a very major thing that you really need to put into your consideration before you date a single mom. Another thing you also need to consider is never rush into meeting the kids. Don't rush into meeting our kids. You understand? Let it be a decision. She knows her kids very well. She understands her kids very well. She understands everything. She understands how they think. She understands how to handle them, or how to handle the situation. So you have to leave it to her. You understand? If she is saying to you, "Oh no, it's not right. The time is not right yet for you to meet my kids," then don't push, don't rush. Just let her be the decider. She knows better. Pushing out, oh, when am I going to meet your kid, or when am I going to do this, when are the kids coming over? If she said to you that the time is not right yet for you to meet her kids, then she knows better. So just leave it at that. And the other point is, don't rush into meeting her kids. Let her be the decider. Let her be the one that will tell you, oh, the time is right now for you to meet them, or the time is not right for you to meet them. So that decision is in her hands, and it's got nothing to do with you. Our last point, which I think is one of the most important points, you really need to work. You are going to work harder to win her trust. You are going to work harder to win her trust, because this is a woman that has probably been dealt with in a bad way from her previous relationship. You understand how the old relationship ended? She told you everything. It was a nasty experience for her. And if you not think she's just going to fall into your hand and trust you wholeheartedly with her life, and also with the life of her kids, you understand? Then you must be having a laugh. You understand? She really need to understand that, okay, this one or this relationship I'm going into, or she is going into, will be completely different or even better than the one she just left. You understand? If she had a very bad experience with her previous relationship, she will be looking at you from that angle. She will be looking at you from that angle. That it is not left for you to prove her wrong. That no, for the fact that you had a bitter experience in your past relationship doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, I'm also going to be like that. And it's not going to be just by the word of mouth. It has to be out of your action. It has to be, you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent in what you do, in the good things you do, for you to win her trust. You cannot just say to her, oh, but I mean, for the fact that you had a bad experience last time doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen this time around. No, it doesn't work like that. She's not even going to handle it that way. She will just take her time to understand you and to know your intention. You understand? So it is not left for you. If you truly love this woman and you really want to have a relationship with her, you really need to be patient with her. You need to be considerate. Really need to understand where she is coming from. You really need to understand the fact that she will be doubly careful on how to dabble into another relationship. She would not put that trust in you right from day one. She will build that wall of protection around her and around her kids until she is 100% sure that okay, this man is good, this man is genuine, this man is not going to mess my life around, or he's not going to do um, to her whatever experience she had in the past. So that is just it. Because if you have the intention that the moment you met her and you just expect her to trust you, or you're going to win her over 100% just that easily, no, it's not going to happen. A very sensible woman that must have gone through a nasty experience in a past relationship will take a very good. She's going to be much more careful in putting her trust into your hand, in putting the life of her kids into your hand. She wants to be 100% sure that you are legit, that you are good, that you are a very nice guy. Because once speaking to her, they say she wouldn't want to dabble into another relationship that will mess her life up. So those are the things that you really need to consider and put into consideration before you even start to think about going out or having a relationship with a single mom. And like I said, these decisions are in your hand. No one can decide for you. No one is qualified to decide for you. And don't subject yourself to any societal pressure. It is you that will be able to tell if this relationship of this woman is good for you. And if she's not good for you, and there are certain things, there are certain red flags that you noticed, then it will also be your decision to now decide and say that no, I think this is not good enough for me. I need to go my way. You understand? The last thing you want to do is deceive yourself. If you truly love her and everything that you see in her and in her situation suits you, then go for it. Don't let no one or any societal pressure discourage you from having a relationship with her. And equally, if you notice a lot of things and a lot of red flags are coming up, you understand? And you just need to be sincere with yourself so that, no, this is not good enough for me. I need to go my way. You understand? So at the end of the day, these decisions are in your, they are just, these decisions are in your hand. You really need to make up your mind. Whatever is good for you is what you just have to go with. And like I said, going out or having a relationship with a single mom, all of those things I mentioned earlier, you really need to put them into consideration. And of course, I mean, it's not limited to those points listed. If you feel there's other things you want to add to it, please feel free, drop that in the comment section. And please, do not forget to subscribe to this channel. We come up with new content every now and then. And until I see you with another fantastic topic, it is bye bye for now, and take good care of yourself. Bye.